like to believe that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how tough it is or how dark it is, when you're walking through that tunnel and it's scary, it's pitch black, you never know when it's gonna end. There's always an opening. There's always a shed of light, a shed of hope that's awaiting you at the end. And even through all that struggle, there's always light in the darkness, and you can always find light in the darkness. Now, let's move that. Let's take this deep metaphorical quote to our current situation. The darkness. We just lost the Melbourne match of the Border Gavaskar Trophy, match 4. So that means Australia has taken a lead of 2-1. So which also means our chances at the World Test Championship are now out of our hands. But there's always light in the darkness. There's still a very good chance that we could draw the series and we will retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy, which is not an easy feat to do. Even drawing the series, it's technically winning because we keep the trophy, you know, at least in my mentality it is. And still, drawing in Australia isn't bad either. And new stars were born, and new stars made their legacy with the stars. Also, little treat, right? Bumrah claimed 200 wickets, so round of applause for Jasprit Bumrah. He is renowned, amazing, everyone knows that. But when I said a star came and settled itself into a legacy of stars, that was very metaphorical, wasn't it? It probably wasn't word for word. But I was talking about Nitish Kumar Reddy. Now, I love when I've been backing a player and then this player just goes and plays to their best. You know, they just explode on stage. It's like a fireworks show, like dynamite. And I feel so proud because I can look back and I have proof that I've been backing this player. So go back to my video about a month or two ago. I literally put in the title, Nitish Kumar Reddy, the future of Indian cricket. And look at him now. He scores his maiden century in Australia during a test series when his team was down like 6 or 7 wickets. Not only did he score a century, Washington Sundar also scored a 50. But what makes this century even more remarkable and what is even more great for Nitish Kumar Reddy is his selflessness during the game. You know, we saw him leave balls. He was at 97, 98. He wasn't rushing to get his century. There were times where he could have ran, but no, because Siraj was there, Bumrah was there. He didn't want to put pressure on the bowlers. So the fact that he was able to achieve this and this selflessness, you know, not thinking about getting his century, but thinking about the game and the team and what works better for their situation, right? And just at that age, at the age of 21, having the knowledge of what balls to leave, what to play, and just the overall selflessness, you know, having this knowledge and depth of the game and having this selflessness, you know, most of all, like not being selfish, thinking, no, it's okay. I'll just go and I'll get this run. I'll be so close to 90, you know, and then I can let Bumrah or Siraj fend off the next over with Mitchell Starc or Pat Cummins with the new ball. I mean, that's scary, like facing Starc or Cummins with a new ball, and especially if you're someone like Bumrah or Siraj who aren't even batsmen, but being able to not only just, I mean, we see a lot of players these days who just want their century. They're rushing for that 50, rushing for that 100. Sometimes it costs them. Like, how much would it suck to get off of 49 or 99? Like, that would be awful. But being able to sacrifice that and just playing the game so that your team has the best chances, playing for your team more than scoring that century for yourself, I think that's truly is remarkable. And I think Nitish Kumar Reddy has deserved it. And now his name will be with the stars. Just think of this. It's your first series, okay, your first test series, and you score your first century in Australia. I mean, come on, that's the best way to start off, to have your debut test series. Also, good debut, right? Like, you have to be good in order to be, see, I'm like fumbling over my words. That's just how awestruck I am. You have to be good enough to be considered to be picked for the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia, right? Playing against Australia in Australia is hard enough, let alone scoring a century, let alone scoring a century for the first time. Not to mention, let me add a couple of 100 pounds of weight on your back, that your team is at like their 9th wicket and you're on 99, I believe. The amount of pressure, and you have Siraj on the other end. Okay, like that's like 300 pounds on your back. and you're not even focused on your century. You're focused at putting your team in a good situation so you can take the series from there. So truly what Nitish Kumar Reddy did was selfless, and honestly, if he would have gotten this century or not, I think this really shows a lot about him and his values as a player. You know, a player with good values and good morals always get ahead and they always do well. So to Nitish Kumar Reddy, congrats, and I can't wait to see what your future holds. Now, for Team India, we're put in a little difficult situation here, and we'll see what the series holds. But like I said, there's always light in the darkness. Even though we may have lost this match, there's always a rebound that we can make. We can still get the Border Gavaskar trophy. And if fate is in our hands, who knows? Somehow, maybe we'll even qualify for the World Test Champion. But we need to find the small wins, the small successes, even in the darkest of times. And Nitish Kumar Reddy, forget a small win. He provided us a big win. And he's going to lead us to big wins in the future.